So, hello friends. So, as of now, we people have already discussed that while creating up a table, we are required to put up data types. So, today and in the next chapter, we will study about the data types. So, you can see over here at my screen, whenever we create up a table, we give the column name and then we give the data type. So, here you can see over here that we have the column name Y and data type int, column name W, data type int, column name days, data type bit. So in the similar way, we have a lot of data types in MySQL. So these data types are something like this. Like we have a bit data type, we have a Boolean data type, we have a character data type, we have an integer data type, we have a decimal data type, we have a varchar, we have a date, we have date time, timestamp, we have one more time over here which I have missed. Then we have enum, then we have JSON. So these are the various data types in MySQL. Now I will take two chapters to explain each one of them deeply, but you can understand the basics of each one of them very easily. Like bit is either 0 or 1, boolean true or false, character can be a single character which is A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, any one of them. Integer is just an integer as the English term suggests. Decimal is for the decimal values. Varchar is for the combination of again characters and integers. So there is a difference between char and varchar. We will discuss about it. Then we have the date data type. Then we have date time. So this contains only the date and this contains date and time both. Then we will talk about the difference between date time and timestamp. Enumerization, like if you are a person in Java, but if you are a business analyst or a tester, you might not know what enum is. So we will be discussing about what exactly enum is. Then we have a data type called JSON. Again, if you are a programmer in any of the language, you should be knowing what exactly is JSON. But if you are not, then do not worry. We will discuss what exactly is JSON data type. So for today, we will go ahead and talk about first few data types, which will be very easy to understand. So if you see over here that we are creating up a table called as working calendars, and it has three columns. So primary key is the combination of Y and W. This is what we call as the compound key. Again, do not worry about it. We will be talking about them. Do not worry about these statements, which is insert statement and select statement. So insert statement is something which is used to put row inside a table. So again, this is data manipulation language. And this is data definition language. This is data manipulation language. This is again data definition language. So we have select query. Select is something which is used to fetch data inside a table. So if you for this tutorial, just concentrate on the data type. So if you see over here that we have a data type bit. So bit is something which can only have zeros and ones. So 7 is the bit number which is defined over here. It can have 7 bits. If you can see over here that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones and zeros. So I will just go ahead and create the table first. First drop the table, then I will create the table. The table has been created. Then I will just insert the value. So it says that data is too long for column days at row 1. And why exactly does this says this is because this is treating this to be an integer. So this is not taking it as bits, like this is bit 7-digit bit. So when we say that this is a bit, so there is a representation of bit. So 7-digit bit is something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these 7 places, here we can have 0 or 1. In the second place we can have 0 or 1. Here 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 we can have 0 or 1. But it is of type binary and we can convert it into decimal. So there is a number system. I'm not uh, this particular bit is for of type binary and this can be converted into a number system. So when we say that we are talking about 7 digits, so it will be 2 raised to the power 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be 2 raised to our 6, which will be the maximum value it can have. So again, this particular number, if we treat it as n, this can vary from 1 to 64. Now we have taken it 7, and as this is like taking it as a integer, that's why it is giving an error saying that data type too long. What I will do is I will go ahead and like put up comma both the sides, and will put a capital B. This capital B will mean that this particular value is a binary and we need a single quote. So now this will not treat it as an integer, rather will treat it as an binary. So I'm just like deleting all off of the old values and like creating up the table again. And now let's go ahead and like insert this value. So see, now this value is inserted. Although this is giving an error over here, still this value is inserted. This is a defect in the workbench. As this is open source and free to use commercially, obviously you will find few areas where like this particular software will like will need improvement. But yes, this is the way of defining that this particular thing is a binary. So again, like we will not go very deep inside it. So these are the very basic things which you should know. Like if you know them, you can use it very well anywhere you want. So now this is not treating it as a binary. This is like 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this will be something like 2. Like you can convert it into like decimal by yourself. Like, or you can see like how to convert binary to decimal. Google it out. So this can be a homework for you. I like do not intend to like teach you this in this chapter, but yes, this is what like bit is all about. The second data type is boolean. So boolean is something like which says it can be only true or false. In computer systems, true is always treated by value 1 and false by value 0. So now I will go ahead and like create up this table which is tasks. So I have created up this table which is tasks. You can see everything is green, and let's go ahead and put up this value. So this value has been put up. There are two values which have been put. You can see I am like adding two values over. First value is this and second value is this. So again, do not go deep inside insert statement. Just see like inserting is like insert into this table task, which is task, and we are inserting the value for title and completed. Title and completed. ID is something which is getting loaded by itself via auto increment feature. So again, this is a sequence, and like we will talk about it later. Try to focus on select star from tasks and just say execute. So you see over here that the value is stored as 0 or 1. By any chance, like there might be a scenario where you want this particular value, like you can see over here that we can even like check this value. By any chance, if you want this value to be like shown up as true or false, not 0 or 1, so this is a statement which you can use in select statement. Like if completed is true, then this will present true, else this will present false, and the name given to this particular column in this table is completed. Again, we will talk about the select statement later, but you try to understand that if whenever we are fetching up anything from any table, we use the select. We use after select, we write up the column name, then we write up the from statement, and then we type up the table name. So select these columns from table tasks. So I'll just go ahead and select all of this and say execute. Now it says true and false, not 0 and 1. So again, you can file all these files in chapter 7 of this series. There is a link over there, and even like I will be placing a link on the first chapter, that will be introduction, so that you do not need to find it. So second is boolean, like which we just discussed. Like what exactly boolean is? Again, it is 0 and 1, a data type which defines whether you need particular kind of column. So this, it will be as per the business. The column will be as per the business. Your business should state that you need a column which should have a data type of boolean. Then we have a char. Now we will talk about char and varchar. So char and varchar, both of them are actually same. The only difference is like the amount of data it can store. The length of char can only vary from 0 to 255. This is the difference between char and varchar. Although the length of varchar will vary till 65,535. Now, if we go ahead and see over here, and like I will just try and execute few things for you. So it has a status which has a character of 3. The length is 3. Now I will go and execute this. So this is giving an error because this is unknown table. Okay, if exist, it is giving a warning now, right? Now again I am running these two and we have created up the table. You can see over here. And now let's go ahead and like insert the value in the table. So varchar is nothing but like a combination of varchar and char can contain alphanumeric values, both alphabets, special characters, digits, anything. The only difference between varchar and char is between the value it can range. If I go ahead and like give it 300, let's drop it and like give it 300. It says column length is too big for column, the max is 255. Use blob or text instead. So we cannot have more than this value. Again, we have few other data types like which were recently included in MySQL, which were blob and text. Again, these are the type of blob is something which is big binary data and which is also used in big data. And text is again same as varchar, but of longer like length. Then I will what I will do, I will again change this to 255 length and let's create it. Add these two values over here. Okay, so after like talking about char and varchar, let us talk about integer and decimal. So integer is again of type integer. Again, you can see over here that we are creating up an id items, then we are creating up a int value type. Let us like remove it from auto increment and primary key and let us type it over here saying that item underscore id comma this, and let us give it as 1 comma this, then 2 comma this, and 3 comma this. Let me change this to -1. And again, like what I will do is I will do one more thing. I will say drop table if exist items. Okay, now let me go ahead and like run all of these statements. So you can see over here that it does not drop it because it does not exist. Then is create the table and then is enter 3 rows, which is -1, 2 and 3. Now let me make a change that this is of type integer. This is straightforward, but like the change is I will just type one word over here. What is unsigned? Let me run it again. This should give an error. See over here, like while inserting this given error, it says out of range for column ID at row 1. Why? Because we are using -1, and whenever we say unsigned, it means that we will not be putting up any negative value. This is the property of integer data type. Like whenever we used unsigned, so you have to remember the meaning of unsigned, which means that we cannot take any value which is minus. Now I will just go ahead and change this to 1 and like I will say run it. And now see, this has been inserted. This is green. So in the similar way, like you can see over here that I have given an area of unsigned. Then zero fill. We have another thing which is zero fill. I will go ahead and like change it to zero fill and let me write it out over here as 5. So zero fill means that anything which will be, let me show it to you. Okay, so I have added one value over here, and after adding the value, what I will say select star from items. So you see over here that we have a zero field in front of them. So anyhow, the left zeros does not have any significance as per mathematics, but still we are having it for maybe you can even treat it any way you want. But yes, this zero fill is this was because of zero fill. If you will not have this zero fill, this will not have it anyhow. Again, I will like just run it. All the commands still select, and it will show up you all the results straight away. So you see over here, without zero fill, the value, the zeros precedings where zeros are not there. So these are some basic uses of like integers, like in unsigned and zero fill. These are the two important things which you should learn for integer. Then if we go to decimal, so decimal is again for decimal value. So we are having cost decimal. So what is the difference between this 19 and 4? What does this mean? So in decimal we have two parts. One is before dot and after, and second is after dot. The combination, the number of digits this particular decimal has before dot and after dot is called as precision. And this is what this is. So it can have in total 19 digits, and this is what it called as a D, which is a precision. And then it has like scale, like after dot, it can have 4. So before dot, it can have 15, which is 19 minus 4. After dot, it can have 4, and before dot, it can have 15, and in total, it can have 19. Makes sense? Now, what I will do, I will go ahead and change this to 4. Let me change this to 3, less than 4. So it will give an error. When we are saying that the total number of digits before and after the dot can be only 3, how can the total number of digits only after dot can be 4? So what I will say drop table if exist materials and let us insert value into it. So it will give me an error saying that the format float MD double MD M must be greater than equal to D. So this value, particular value 3 should be greater than equal to 2. So now this is okay. It says that the total number of digits can be 4 and the total number of digits after dot can also be 4. Right? So again, now when I go ahead and like run it, the table will be created, but it will give an error while inserting value because we have issued all the 4 digits after the dot and we cannot have any digit before the dot. Now again I will go ahead and change it to 10 and run it again. First we are dropping, then we are creating, then we are inserting. Now all the three rows are created because we are saying that before dot there can be 6 values. So we have 3 values over here, we have 2 values over here, we have single value. So this is the purpose of decimal. So I hope like the first few data types are all clear. In the next class, we will be talking about date, timestamp, enum and JSON. So thank you everyone. Please do like and share the video. This was Anand Goel from host-tune-perform.com.